Can ChatGPT be of help to physicists in their attempt to solve some of the biggest mysteries that exist in the world of physics? Well, that's what we're going to try to evaluate together in this video. But before then, let me just remind you what ChatGPT is. So according to Wikipedia, ChatGPT is an open AI computer program that intakes, comprehends, and produces a response that mimics the natural diction of human language. So essentially, it can achieve this thanks to its huge database obtained mainly from web texts, books, documents, and articles. Daily, its performance keeps improving thanks to users like you and me via mainly supervised learning as well as reinforcement learning. So I tried asking a few questions to ChatGPT and I was really amazed how human-like its responses were. So just take a look and surely you'll be amazed too. So let's just enter a few questions together and you would really be impressed by how human-like its responses look and really how accurate too the answers are. So let's just enter something like quantum, let's see, gravity. So let's see what it has to tell us about quantum gravity. So it says quantum gravity is a theoretical framework that seeks to reconcile the two fundamental theories of physics that indeed quantum mechanics describes the behavior of matter and energy on a small scale, while general relativity describes the behavior of gravity and elasticity. So these two theories are incompatible, they search. So it's going to keep generating that, and at one point, basically after 3 paragraphs, it stops generating. So as you can see, the answers are really kind of brief, but accurate. So that's really what I really appreciate. The main challenge, so it gives here the main challenge in developing a theory of quantum gravity that the behavior of gravity on a small scale is poorly understood. In order to develop a consistent theory of quantum gravity, physicists must reconcile the behavior of gravity and on both small and large scales. So as you can see, it gives a response just like any physicist would. Really, that's just how a physicist will answer this question based on our current knowledge of the state of our understanding of the universe or physics. So let's enter another question. So let's try something like, let's enter a name of few physicists. So the person that just comes to my mind is Lee Smolin, because I really appreciated his book on the problems with theoretical physics. I think that's the name of the book. So let's just enter Lee Smolin. So it says Lee Smolin is a theoretical physicist who has made significant contributions to our understanding of quantum gravity and the foundations of theoretical physics. He was born in New York City in that, actually I don't remember his date of birth, but I think ChatGPT is giving us the right answer. So Smolin is known for his work on loop quantum gravity, which is a theoretical framework using unifying quantum mechanics and general relativity. Yeah, exactly, that's right. Anyway, it's not like you are verifying the veracity of the information that it's giving. Most of the times, I think over 90%, the information it gives is accurate, is truthful. So at least there, even though. So it says he's currently a theoretical physics. A professor of physics at the Experimental Institute for Theoretical Physics in Canada, where he continues to conduct research on quantum gravity and related topics. Yeah, indeed. So let's just enter the name of another physicist. You know, I follow a lot of conferences and I read a lot of physics books. So another physicist that I really appreciate is Michio Kaku. I really appreciate his last book. So it says Michio Kaku is a theoretical futurist and popular science communicator. He was born in San Jose, California. He received his PhD from the University of California, Berkeley. Kaku is best known for his work in string theory. String theory, that's really A theory that has a lot to demonstrate, a lot to prove before it can really be embraced by all physicists. Personally, by the way, I'm not a proponent of string theory. Due to reasons I may evoke in another video. If you would like to know my opinion on string theory, just mention that in the comments. We are going to make a video on that. So he's currently a professor of physics at the City College of New York and a co-founder of the World Science Festival. Yeah, indeed. Talking of World Science Festival, I think one of the co-founders too is Professor BRyan Greene. So let's just enter BRyan Greene. I think I'm not absolutely certain about that information. So BRyan Greene. So BRyan Greene, I think. So I'm sorry, I couldn't find any information on the person. Yeah. So it's actually telling me that it couldn't find any information on the person, and I actually realized what's the problem. I didn't write BRyan Greene correctly. I instead wrote BRyan Greene instead of Greene. So I'm going to correct that. And I'm sure this time it's going to give us a response. So BRyan Greene, G-R-E-N. I think there's an E at the end too. So let's see. Okay, now it gives us a response. BRyan Greene is a theoretical physicist and string theorist. He was born in New York City and received his PhD from Oxford University. He's currently a professor of physics and mathematics at Columbia University of New York. Yeah, indeed. He has written several popular science books on string theory related topics. The Elegant Universe. The Elegant Universe, I think that's a book you should consider reading, if not yet. Really, really interesting book. So he's a co-founder of the World Science Festival. So at least I didn't give a false information on that. Okay. So let's just enter one last scientist. I think Max Tegmark. He's a professor at MIT. I follow a lot of his conferences. So let's just see what ChatGPT can tell us about Max Tegmark. So Max Tegmark is a Swedish-American cosmologist and professor of physics at the MIT. Exactly, he was born in Sweden. Yeah, he obtained his PhD from the University of California, Berkeley in 1994. So Tegmark's research focuses on cosmology, particularly in the universe at the large-scale structure. Okay. Known for his foundations of the physics and the philosophy of science. Yeah, of course, he's also involved in philosophy of science. I really appreciate his interventions in many of the conferences. So Tegmark has received numerous awards. Okay, MIT. So yeah. So as you can see, it really gives us, it really answers the question just like an ordinary physicist would, just like a human being would have answered the question. And something I also appreciate is the fact that it doesn't just pop out thousands of information. It really tries to give you most of the times 4 paragraphs that give you the essential information related to the topic you are looking for. So just what is needed for you to have a clear picture, clear information about what you are looking for. And that's really something I appreciate. Big up to the developers. So let's enter a question related to what I'm working on too. And so we are going to ask ChatGPT. So I'm going to say, can you help us solve the mysteries of, let's say, contemporary physics? So this is really the best part. So I asked ChatGPT, can you help us solve the mysteries of contemporary physics? Don't really know what you will say. Well, it's an AI. Normally, it's supposed to give us an answer. It's supposed to help us. I mean, if it can process tons, gigabytes of data, why not just give us the answer to a small question like this? But I think we are going to be surprised. So let's see. So follow up, it says, as an AI language model, I can certainly help answer questions about contemporary physics to the best of my abilities. However, it's important to keep in mind that some of the deepest mysteries of physics remain unsolved and the subject is constantly evolving as new discoveries emerge. That being said, I'll do my best to provide accurate and up-to-date information on any questions you may have. Please feel free to ask me anything you are curious about. So as you can see, it can't really help us that much, but something I appreciate at least is the sincerity of the AI program. It recognizes that it has limits. It recognizes that it's kind of not conscious, not that conscious. And it recognizes that that task remains to physicists, to human beings. So it can provide you with information regarding common topics, regarding things that are known already. It can give you that information, but regarding things that are unknown, it clearly recognizes that it don't have the ability to give you that information. So at least thanks for the sincerity. So as you can see, ChatGPT is really a nice tool if you are doing physics, mathematics, and you just need to have more information about a given topic, and you don't just want to have thousands of information in which you have to go and select what is really necessary for you or not. If you just need something, a brief answer, if you just need the essential points about a topic, ChatGPT does the job perfectly. But as regards to the question you asked at the beginning, it can't really give you that information. It can't go and do research for you. In fact, that type of research, it can't produce you a theory of quantum gravity with all the parameters. It can't solve, for example, problems related to string theory, and so on. So I really appreciate a lot what it can do. It's really amazing. But at least I am quite happy that AI programs like ChatGPT won't replace the job. They can't do the job of a physicist. So we are at least reassured that for the upcoming years, we'll still have jobs as regards to research in physics, because AI can't do that for now. If they could, I think they would have given us, they will have unlocked a lot of mysteries as regards to physics in the 21st century. So that being said, hope you appreciated the video. If that was the case, mind liking, subscribing, and of course, see you in the next video.